Okay, here's my new case. There's a company in Thailand called Visesnut. Although a lot of when you look online and people do reviews, they always call it Visesnut. Visesnut. Let's see. Here's the label. Visesnut. But in Thai, it's so interesting, eh? In Thai, it's pronounced Visesnut, Visesnut, Visesnut. I think is how it goes because it's tonal, right? It's actually three words, right? And at the end of a word, the 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 Thai letter for the S sound, it would be an S sound in the beginning of a word, say. At the end, it's like a T. But you don't. It's not V set nut. It's V set nut. So you kind of cut the T down. Anyway, the intricacies of beautiful Thai language. Anyway, so V set nut is how it's pronounced. Okay, so these are incredible cases. There's a video that they have at their shop in Bangkok of 5 guys standing on it with an expensive guitar inside. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I just really love it. And I knew that I was going to get this. And at first, here's my thinking. At first, I'm going to suggest to people that buy my guitars that they should get this case because they're really kind, this company, and they gave me a dealer wholesale price as a luthier. So what I can do is pass that saving on to people that want to have this case. You know, it's a fair discount to what you would buy otherwise. So I would recommend it. But I can't really do that at first. No one knows me, you know. But maybe down the road, if I am successful or, you know, relatively, people will, I can just include it in the price, you know. And definitely if I get to that level, I'll just do it. These are gorgeous, gorgeous cases. Look, I'm just flipping with the latches. Look at this. Okay, so here's how the latches are very secure. So they clip here, they rotate, and they go down, right? This is lockable. So great, very secure. On this case, I got 4 locks, but there's a 3-lock version that's a bit cheaper. So you undo it, you flip it up like this, and then it goes down, right? Kun Naronsak Visesnut, who designed the case, and his company, he's a well-known luthier as well. He was, the story that I read was that he was not happy with any cases he could get for his guitars. So one thing with these latches, look at the latches, boom, right down. It's, you know, the idea is that you're not gonna, it's would be very difficult to scratch your guitar on the hardware as you put your guitar away, you know. A lot of places, I see a lot of reviews online and stuff, they'll just do this, right? Which is great too. I've never seen anyone show that it actually flips right down. Do you know what I mean? It's right out of the way. It's fantastic. Okay, so here's the thing. Here, I'll take my guitar out. Here's one of the, besides being really gorgeous cases, very well made. There's also, for me, there's a kind of a beautiful minimalist feel to it. It's not over, you know, the cases aren't overloaded with, you know, pointless padding and foam and stuff. It's there where it's needed, right? So you've got your padding here, and on the top that reflects the same spot. You don't need padding in the middle. In fact, to me, the fact that there's no padding in the middle is an excellent thing, because, you know, the strength is in the sides, right? The back, I can push my back by hand. I don't want pressure on that. I want it to be suspended, you know. So I've seen, like when I had my viola, I had a suspension case that was very similar in concept, you know. So I was really happy to see that, actually. And I mean, it has a beautiful fabric line, but it's just hard, you know. The neck is nicely supported here. This is where you can get a lot of problems with shock, breaking the, can't really see, can you? Let me see if I can turn it better. Oops, it's a bit better. Okay, so yeah, often this is, because there's a glue joint here, right, on the headstock. On a heavy shock, that's where it can break if there's nothing to absorb it. So this is nicely supported at the back and front end of the neck. This is a kind of a cover. So it's not supported in the middle, but to my thinking as a guitar maker, these two sides are perfect, right? You don't need it supported all the way through, particularly. Okay, what's next? Oh yeah, most important part. See this here? Right now, my guitar sits in it. This is a pretty small body guitar, right? Almost like a Torres style. Like this, flamencos aren't usually big like those, some of the big classicals. But you can see it wobbles around, right? You don't want that for serious traveling. And these are flight cases. Well, I haven't, one point I'll go on a plane, I guess, with it. But here's something that is really fantastic. There's these Velcro strips that when you pull them, let's see if I can show that. You see how see how that, look right here. See how that tightens up? So it tightens up there, and it tightens up in the back as well. So what that means is, let's just tighten it up. You can put the guitar in and tighten it, just to fit. That's fine, but because I only have one hand. So then we can put that in there. Dun, 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 dun. Boom. Super secure. Yeah, so that's one of the great selling points of this case. It's adaptable to many different sizes of instruments, I'm actually, at the moment, I'm just storing my guitar in it, and it's a fairly new polish, so I'm keeping the bands quite loose. I don't want a lot of pressure on the finish and stuff. Yeah, so anyway, fantastic case. Oh, and these are the strings I'm using. First time using these strings, Again, I really love them. There might be some issues with the 4-string Ds, but gorgeous. Let's see if there's any. Yeah, this set's holding out pretty well, but I've heard people complain that between the 3rd and the 7th fret of the 4th string wearing out. So I'll have to see how my guitar deals with that. Right, so here we go. Guitar back in the case. Let's close it. Look at this color. I've seen a lot of pictures of this color, and I loved it instantly. I love this kind of tone. It's just, and that it's not burnt orange, but that's burnt orange. I can almost not resist wanting something just because of that color. Anyway, so the clips lock down. Look at the handle, is really impressive. Beautiful leather, very well made, very strong. Close down the latches. This one and this one, and then the other thing that I added to my guitar is this outer case. It's a lightly padded ripstop nylon over case is the idea, right? The idea is to protect it. Anyway, it fits really nice and tight and well. I just said I have only one hand. So you can get the idea though. It fits really well. It's ready to protect the case from scratches and stuff, The other thing that they talk about on the website is that the case doesn't have an airline. These are meant for flying on planes, right? Let's flip this around. So one thing they talk about on the Visesnut website, which I'll add the website to this YouTube, is the zippers you can lock, right? So you can put an airport-friendly lock on it so that they can then open it to inspect it. That's the idea. Because the regular locks, they can't do that, right? And the last thing you want is a bunch of security people smashing your locks open. That would not be good. Right. Anyway, what are some other good things? It stands up like these. I've got this cover on. I don't know if I can do it, but it's really nicely designed with the things. It's nicely designed. See, even on my floor, which is the last thing from Even, it stands up really nicely vertically, right? Quite secure, actually. See, I don't know about you. Yeah. So these two support really well. There's some nice supports on the bottom too, which is not surprising. Anyway, yeah. So there you go. Visesnut cases. They also come with. That's why I can't take the cover off. I have my backpack straps attached. Comes with Straps, very nicely designed, very secure. Look at, see, it's just this gorgeous attention to detail. Um, these are really strong, of course, and very secure. But look at this, the way it's, and you can use them with the case or without the case. But just this flap here to protect it from scratching the case, trying not to scratch it. That attention to detail, in my mind, was really amazing. The leather tabs, very nicely designed with a bit of yellow contrast stitching. As a leather worker, I can appreciate all that sort of thing. Yeah, anyway, there you go. There you go. I guess that's good enough. Highly recommend these cases. And like I said, if I can get myself set up with, selling my guitars every now and then, I would like to make this case something that just comes with it automatically. Anyway. Yeah, there you go. Oh, look at my hair. It's all messy. Anyway, I live in the bush. I live in the bush in northern Thailand. Actually, it's not really the bush. I live in a small village up in the mountains. But the bush is all around me. You can see this beautiful jungle. Yeah. Anyway, if you've seen my videos, you've seen my abode. Right, so anyway, that's it. Hope everyone's doing great, and I'll talk to you later.